14 Henrietta Street is a house in the northern city of Dublin, but it brings you on an incredible journey from the kind of grandeur of the 18th century, when a single family lived here, to a very different reality. Dublin in the early 20th century, a city that was defined really by tenements, poverty, and great hardship. So in a sense, the entire story of Dublin is within these walls.
This building tells one of the most powerful stories in Dublin, and what makes this museum so special is that it puts people at the heart of history. Visitors do not simply walk through rooms and read about the past. They hear it, they feel it, they encounter the voices of those who lived here through oral histories, shared memories, and the remarkable work of the museum's expert guides.
You have that very visceral connection to the museum with those stories because you do have that amazing agency. You have always these little voices that are saying, don't forget to tell them about this, don't forget to tell them about that, and we can picture the person who has given us that story. So we're the transmitters of these stories, and as folklore is transmitted, so are these little micro-histories through us, and we feel very privileged to be able to do that here in this house.
It's really important for us that former residents and a huge cross-sectoral group of professionals and experts are involved in the running of the museum, not only now, but also in the development of the building into a museum.
They just didn't decide this is the way it's going to be. They actually listened to everybody. It's very important to engage with the people because it was the people who helped to produce it as well.
When we gather stories, it's really important that we respond with our programming to those stories and the lives that we hear more about. So in addition to adding constantly to the content of the tour, we also run other programs that are about collecting more memories and telling more stories. And this kind of responsive programming is really essential to our audience engagement in the way that we run our museum. It is this continuous cycle running over and over again that keeps people at the centre of what we do.
In that way, 14 Henrietta Street is not just a museum of objects or architecture. It is a museum of lives, of resilience, of community, and of the very spirit of Dublin itself. This award recognises the extraordinary work of the team who made this vision possible, but it also honours the thousands of lives that passed through the doors of this house over more than 300 years. Their stories are the story of Dublin.